And we are live.
Hello, welcome to the Punk Rock Libertarians Podcast, episode 421. I am Otto. Tonight I'm joined with Jared,
What's up, everybody?
the Alex Bot 4670-796-4335. Constantly getting, he's got the virus. He's got the viruses right now.
I know, right? The bot is shutting down. Hopefully,
Too much
we get through this
porn.
cast. Yeah.
And also up there's the threat to democracy himself, James Babb.
Great to be with you. I'd like to make a quick public service announcement.
Ooh.
Don't talk to cops. Keep your own private keys and get a prenup.
Prenup. There we go. That's great advice, everybody.
I
Free
feel
advice,
like people just need to keep hearing this. I thought people already understood this, but they don't. So there you go.
No, they don't. They need everyone needs a good refresher from now and then. Every now and then. Bye.
They need to be reminded.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, I texted James. I was like, "You in for tonight?" He's like, "Yes." I was like, "Good," because we got some democracy to threaten or whatever.
I'm a threat to our democracy.
Yes,
Not just any democracy. Ours. It's ours.
It's the only one that matters. That and apparently Ukraine, I guess.
A question did recently come up. I was talking to somebody about. I was talking to my daughter Violet about in school they were learning about the suffragettes, and the question came up about the right to vote. And they were talking about. I said, "Is it really a right to vote, or is that a privilege?" It's like, it's kind of like, what is it about being a human that allows you, to participate, especially when there's a bunch of people deciding who can and cannot participate. So we agreed that voting is not a right, but obviously a privilege passed out by the Board of Elections, etc. So take that, democracy.
Yo, how about we got to pull up that clip?
One young mind at a time.
How about that Rastafarian Alex Jones at the
Yeah,
town hall meeting?
He
And
cut that promo he
what?
cut was awesome. Did you see that?
let me pull up the docs on that because that was just amazing. But it was just it was speaking of democracy and election
Rastafari,
tonight.
Alex Jones. Okay, I didn't
You'll
see
see.
that.
You'll see it.
Yeah,
But
You'll know when you see it.
I'll pull up the docs here in a minute.
in the
Give me a
meantime,
second.
my buddy's friend just opened up a new brewery in Baltimore in Pigtown called
Oh,
White
don't you
Ghost
mean
Street.
Washington Heights
That is not Washington Heights.
Washington Village. It's
or
a
Washington
village.
Village, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they're rebranding it?
Regentrified.
Oh, now they're calling it the Baltimore Peninsula. That's what they're calling. What?
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, the
Or
Baltimore
just the
Peninsula.
Baltimore penis for short.
Yeah.
Well, this is
Baltimore
in Pigtown.
cock.
It's called White Ghost Street Beer Company, and they specialize in sour IPAs, and it's
Ooh.
just the
Mm.
best. So I'm drinking this thing called Cosmic Energy. It's a hazy sour double IPA. It's 8.5%,
Mm.
and it's just marvelous. Like they have a whole list of just IPAs and sours, and it's just they were all phenomenal. They were all so good, and I was one of the founding members of it, and
Nice.
I went on Thursday, and it sucks, man. I wish they were open on Wednesday because I got nothing to do on Wednesday night. I was hoping I go back, but I
Nothing?
think they're closed.
You don't go get wasty face the night before Turkey Day?
Usually I do, but
Yeah, I don't really have anything going on yet. I'm off all week though.
Hell yeah.
oh, lucky you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work Wednesday, but my kids are spending the night at their grandfather's house, and my wife's working, so that means I'm gonna be all alone to do whatever I want.
All shit.
Well, now you can learn who Johnny Sins is.
Sorry, Jared. I'm not up to date on my male porn stars like you
I'm
guys.
just disappointed in you.
Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Speaking
I
of
knew.
which,
I know the girl. I know that you guys see the girl, right? The
what
one that
girl?
she was the one that did a porn
Be more
while
specific?
she did a porn with some random while her husband or while her boyfriend was deployed. And so, like on Veterans Day, everyone was sharing her picture. She was like, "Happy Veterans Day." She pretty much got caught even wearing the same outfit, that she was in the porn as she was in this picture with her boyfriend. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway,
Wow.
Good. I hope every one serving abroad sees that and learns that lesson.
So yeah, the someone tricked Viking Stadium. So all the stadiums, all these
It's
DoD
Veterans Month.
contract. Yeah, it was Veterans Weekend or whatever. And so if you tagged Skull Salute, which is I guess like some Vikings shit. I don't really know what that means.
I think it's
Skull.
like skull chewing tobacco. You
Might
like
be.
you spit
Might be
it, you
sponsored by
spit it, you spit in their general direction
Yeah.
with your spittle. Yeah.
So I guess if you tag this hashtag, they whoever was in charge of the scoreboard would look
This is
through them all and then put them up. And somebody put a picture of porn star Johnny Sins in his American serviceman get up here.
And his BDUs, like probably
In his-
in character, like I just came home from a long deployment, and
Yeah.
it's like good boy, So like the fucking
Probably a
Yeah.
cuck video. Probably
Right.
like a.
I was gonna
the
say, is
theme
this
was
like
cuck.
is this a gay porn star or is it like a regular porn star?
No, he's regular, dude.
Okay.
I can't believe you've never seen
Well,
a single
I don't
Johnny
know.
Sins.
saying gay people
He
are
only
irregular.
he only knows
I don't wanna say
the
that.
gay he only knows the gay porn stars. Cut him some slack.
Well, that's
The
I said
only
that
porn I
same-
watch is tranny porn. Okay, that's it.
So
Yeah.
they put this. So they put it up on.
They
the
got
big
it up on
screen.
the up
Yeah.
on the jumbotron.
Funny.
It says, "At Vikings, this is my cousin Joel who served in the army. He has always been an inspiration and someone I look up to for his heroism. He is also a huge Vikes fan. Hashtag Skull Salute." And it's just got a picture of him in his BDUs, like coming in through like the door. Oh man, so good.
Yeah, that was. It's just, you love to see that. Especially, God, it's so just October. It's all cancer month. Everything breast cancer, and then this month it's everything veterans and everything. I mean, God, it's so annoying. Like all these charities that the NFL gets involved in, and it's all for naught. And it's so, it's just
Alex hates charities.
Well, it's not. It's just it's just it's like that. What's the Susan B. Comus organization? The one, the breast cancer with. You see the percentage of the money that goes to actual breast cancer, and then it's also like, well, why is it this? Why are cancers on the rise? It's like, it's just corporate.
Well, so people donate a lot of money to like that breast cancer cause, and then they take that money and then they buy sponsorships with the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just
and this is gonna help people with breast cancer.
Yeah, and they have like autistic
Wow.
awareness. Like every
Well,
other week, it's some awareness.
It's going to help the
Like,
board. It's going to help the
this
people
is
that
gonna-
work in the board.
It's
And
gonna
the
buy
board.
100,000 pink ribbons to like.
Yeah, most of
it's a
it's all just
racket.
virtue signaling, anyways. It's all just.
It is.
But yeah, and that too. And the DoD pays the NFL millions every year for propaganda. So it's just a giant recruitment tool. So that's why, you have all the flaggetry before football games and the flyovers and all the military pageantry and everything. It's like, I just want to watch sports ball. I just
Have
wanna
they
watch
have they
sports
brought
ball.
have they brought Zelensky to one of the games yet? I'm surprised he's not like throwing out the first pitch and shit like that. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if they can green screen it just yet, but they might do it. I could see that though, Babs. I could definitely see that.
at least
soon.
get him up there on the jumbotron to ask for a few more $1 billion and some javelin missiles.
All right. You got some more of that FTX crypto money?
Yeah. Did we talk about about the bomb, whatever that hit Poland? Did that happen last week?
We talked about that.
Did we? I don't think
don't
we
know
When did
that
that happen?
actually.
When did
I
that
don't
happen?
remember. Sometime last week.
Yeah. What
Oh
about
yeah,
it?
Zelensky was quick to suggest that the world go to nuclear
DEFCON
war
5 or
over
whatever.
it.
Wasn't the final
yeah,
thing
then
like,
they're
okay,
oops.
I admit it was my missile, but like it's Russia's fault that we had to fire it like in the completely
At
wrong
Poland.
direction.
At Poland.
After he said,
Which is
after
like
he
this
said, like,
way.
it needs. Yeah, it's like on. Remember Happy Gilmore when the guy's calling him, he's like, "You suck," and he's like hitting it. You guys
Yeah.
remember that scene?
Yeah.
He's just like he's
Of
laughing
course.
at him. He was like, "You hit it that way. The green's that way." It's like he's sitting there laughing. It's just like Zelensky, like he shot the missile. It's supposed to go that way.
Yeah.
But apparently, no. He said straight up, this was an attack by Russia, and the NATO countries need to talk about Article 5, like they need to implement it. And then it came out, even apparently he called the White House, I guess, and the White House ignored him. And so he went ahead and made that statement, and then the State Department called him or something saying, shut the fuck up. Like, no, like we're going to get to the bottom. Even
right.
Apparently.
Well, now that luckily they didn't invoke Article 5, or NATO would now be at war with Ukraine. Right. And
right.
Yeah.
And then remember how World War I started with like some guy got assassinated, then somebody had a treaty with somebody who had a treaty, and they had a treaty. Next thing you know, although nobody wants it, NATO would have to go to war against NATO, and they'd just all be obligated to blow each other up because that's what they all agreed to.
Why don't they just blow each other?
And get Johnny Sins in on there.
Now, I think, listen, they're saying, do you think it was just an accident that that Azov battalion like attacked some Polish people? You know, like they don't have any like beef against the Poles, do they?
Right.
Like,
I don't know. I don't think the Nazis hated Poland. I don't know.
there's no bad blood after that last genocide where they like tried to exterminate the Poles, is there?
Poland's probably irritated as shit.
I'm sure it's just a total accident that Azov battalion is.
What does it say? Well,
Andrew says World War III is going to happen because someone didn't get a prenup and talk to a cop.
That's how these things start.
That's the Babs Bible he's quoting from.
Oh, the
Very
Babs
true.
Bible. I love that. That's a podcast title right there. We should come up with James Babb commandments, like, and just make 10 commandments from the man himself.
It's like the 10 crack commandments, but it's the 10 Babs commandments.
Oh, let's sell a T-shirt with that. Put it on the back, the 10 commandments on the back, and just put a picture of chains on the front.
Oh, that would be
I think
great.
there's only 3, though. I think we've identified the top 3. Let's just focus on those.
Well, I mean,
Oh, you can come up with.
Yeah, it's like it's like the Bill of Rights. You have the Bill of Rights, and then like the rest of the Constitution.
I guess. Yeah.
I
We'll
don't
come
know.
up with
see about
something
that.
good.
The Book of Babelations.
The Book of Babylon.
Oh,
Now
man.
that's a podcast title.
thou shalt not talk to cops.
Oh, keep them coming. Oh,
So, yeah, but so Babs an election tonight, Jared. I posted the video down there, but this was out in Arizona at a town hall meeting, and this was Rastafari and Alex Jones. I
oh hell yeah.
stumbled across this. The guy makes some excellent points. I mean, it just making a mockery of this voting, but it's Maricopa County, and that's where this
County for another botched election. Am I here to accuse you of stealing the vote? Heavens no, for that would make me a terrorist, wouldn't it? Let me ask you, if you took
He's got
your
full
life
dreadlocks.
savings to a bank and the teller put them in a machine and the machine kicked out
just like him.
1 out of 4 of your bills and the teller said, don't worry, we'll put them in box 3 over here and we'll let you know how many were in there later. We'll send them off to a separate location and someone will be sure to get back to you and tell you how much money you have. Would you be okay with that? No, you would not be okay with that. Now ask yourself the question, which is more valuable, your vote or your money? Now
Your money.
ask a lobbyist
Yeah, I'll say money.
that
Your money.
same question. Now ask a
Definitely your
campaign
money.
manager that question. Now ask Mark Zuckerberg that question, which is more valuable, your money or your vote or your country or this world or the
Hell yeah.
corruption
Hell yeah,
that is
brother.
taking
Or the
over
universe.
every
Here he comes.
single county in this nation. And then you look into your own soul and you look back at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are the cancer that is tearing this nation apart. Good day.
Oh my God! I am blown away.
God damn it! I got a headache. Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Wow, I mean,
Please
I love the
clip
way
into
he
that.
started out as just
Good
kind of like
day.
a regular crazy guy, and then he gradually crescendoed, and he worked to this then he summoned he summoned his inner Alex Jones and just channeled it and build it into a finale and a final execution, and then drop the mic. Like, wow,
That was great. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Kudos.
gosh.
Rastafari and
Yeah,
Alex Jones.
yeah.
Apparently, this guy has a reputation of going to a lot of meetings. So we'll keep.
That's
an
why
eye
they
out
were
for
so
him.
like. That's why they were like casually just ignoring him in the background. They're like, "Oh, this fucking guy
This
again."
guy.
Yeah.
This
Wouldn't it
guy
be neat?
did.
Wouldn't it be neat if you could just hire him to come yell at your meeting, right? Like it's like
Yeah.
for $500, like he will come and he will deliver something like you're like something like that at your stupid school board meeting where they're voting on something or whatever it is. Just like come in and just drop it.
Or your
Dude, that's a great idea.
or your Marilyn Meecox meeting, or
Hell yeah.
I mean, this is an opportunity.
In fact, it's anybody could really do that. Think of it as just like meeting disruptors, right?
No.
Because
He's the
You-
no.
you-
He's going to be the
ulti-
speaker at the next Maryland Libertarian Convention.
featured speaker.
Yeah. See what he can work with. Give him an hour.
And a glass of water.
Like, yeah. Give him some dank weed.
Well,
Oh,
he
man.
seemed a little bit angry to be like a dreaded dude like that. Like a white dude with dreads, you'd think would be a little more relaxed. I
Right.
don't know why. I think he got
Yeah,
pushed too
okay.
far.
Can we save the clip of him saying "Good day" as
Yeah.
he walks off?
yeah, I'll definitely.
He
grab
walks
that one.
off. That's perfect. We'll just end the podcast like that. At the end, just clip it in the end.
Day.
Good day.
sir.
Live free or die. And good day.
Yeah. Good day.
Hello.
Brutal.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Hello. Good night, everybody. Yes. Please put that at the end of the podcast.
Oh, I meant to grab that one. I forgot about that.
Oh, come on, Jared.
Oh,
Okay, you just made up for it. All right. So stupid.
so what else happened this week? We got some.
Well, speaking of Alex Jones,
mhm.
he's not on Twitter still because
Oh,
Elon Musk will not have him.
He's
Really?
pissed about that Sandy Hook business.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says he held this son, his dying son in his arms. And he said he couldn't imagine anyone trying to make profit off of his death or whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Wait, what?
That's what Elon Musk said.
His dying son?
I didn't know about this. I assumed
His
you guys
son
knew
was in
about this.
Sandy Hook?
No. Just he's talking about
He's
his
just
son
making the
died.
making the
Yeah.
connection.
Oh. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Then you know it's fake.
yeah, like Elon Musk's son was on the school
It was
bus.
it was one of his hatchlings.
It's like that. What's that loser's name from? Not Sandy Hook, but Parkland shooting. He's like, and I was there.
David Hogg?
Yeah, David Hogg is like, and I was there at Sandy Hook.
Yeah. Like, oh, wrong shooting, David. Oh, whoops.
He was like, no, that's where I went to elementary school before I went to high school. Could you imagine the luck of that?
It wasn't Sandy Hook like in the
was like-
Northeast somewhere? Like
Yeah,
Connecticut
it
or
was in-
something?
I thought it was in New Hampshire.
It's in Connecticut.
Maybe.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
Connecticut.
Who knows? It's probably not even a real place. It's probably not even a real place. It's
Wow.
all fake.
Gonna get us sued for $1 billion, dude.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, we definitely can't afford that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Oh, look
who
who
it
it
is.
is.
What's up?
Yeah.
Good to see you,
Toad
man.
on,
himself,
Toad?
my man. What's going on?
Not much. How are you guys?
Dude, we're good.
We were just saying about Sandy Hook's not a real place. It doesn't exist. So pretty good.
I agree.
Yeah.
Nothing about it is true. Alex Jones should be reinstated.
Yes. Alex Jones did nothing wrong.
That's correct.
That is that.
neither
is
did
correct.
Kanye. Yeah.
Yep.
No. Neither did Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Actually, Kyrie Irving did one thing wrong, and that was apologize.
Dude, he actually did all that criteria that they laid out for him to do to come back in. He apparently today the news came down that he had done all of the things that they told him to do in order to play basketball again.
Yeah, they let him play again last night, and I actually
Was
bet
it last night?
against them last night. Yeah.
Did you see the there was video of like hundreds of black Israelites outside the Barclays Center, outside the arena, and
No
were
way.
chanting and cheering. Yeah, dude, they were like they were out in full force.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
was-
that's the kind of support you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
let me find some. Let me get in the docs on that. But yeah, I saw some videos floating around.
Yeah.
It's great to see people having a good time.
That's right.
Yeah,
Not a cell phone in
at the
sight.
sports ball game.
Not a cell phone in sight.
Yeah. I liked how one of the last, like right after Kyrie was like starting to cause those problems, like one of the last games that he played before he got suspended or whatever, like Jerry Seinfeld had courtside seats or whatever. They're focusing the camera in on him.
Wow,
Oh, wow.
I'm sure he loved that.
Yeah. Got to root for the team, man. The home team.
That's funny.
Right. God.
That's right.
Well, so yeah, we were talking about how Trump's back on Twitter, even though he hasn't posted anything yet, which is I find a little strange. What do you think that's about?
Interesting. I don't know. Maybe he's constipated.
Because wasn't like all his tweets off, on the toilet.
Yeah. I
See,
believe
this
so.
would be the perfect time for him to be like, okay, yeah, appreciate you reinstating me. Fuck you. I'm not coming back. Right.
That would be pretty hilarious.
Wouldn't that be what he should? I mean, that would be the real way to be the tough guy about it.
He
'Cause
sends a
everybody
picture of
thinks
his. He tweets a picture of his dick and then he deactivates his account.
Right. Suck on this, losers.
So it's a picture of nothing.
Right.
Yeah. So apparently, yeah, right. He's on Truth Social still. I guess. And some people are speculating he forgot his password. And that's why.
And the email associated with the password.
Could you
Two-factor
imagine?
authentication.
Wasn't there something about a big change in the number of followers or whatnot? What's his current number of followers, and how did that compare to previously?
Oh, I don't know what it was previously. What is it right now? Like,
0. It says he's following 0 people.
oh,
How many are following him?
Yeah.
Oh, a few million, I think.
Yeah, I would guess.
But wasn't it like, I think it was like 10 times that previously?
Yeah, I think
check
it was.
me on my
it was
wrong.
probably. Well, he has 87.5 million now. It says. I think.
Probably most of
Oh,
those
that's
people
what he
that
has
were
now?
following him
He has-
got banned.
I think
He
when
has
you-
87
probably
million
bots.
currently.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
That's true.
once your account gets restored, it like takes a while for that number to like get restored, I guess. It says he's following 49 people and he has 87.5 million followers.
Yeah, how many are bots, right?
A
Yeah.
lot. But
And
still,
it's like bots
tens of
for
millions.
who? It would be the question as well. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of there's deep state bots that just monitor the account. There's pro, trying to
Yeah.
just make him look like he's popular bots.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he still has like tens of millions legitimate followers, though.
But
Yeah,
maybe
I
he'll
don't
make a
think so.
grand debut.
Oh, I think he's trying to just concoct like the perfect tweet. I don't know.
It'll probably be an
not.
announcouncement that he's running, right?
Oh,
He
yeah.
already,
I mean,
He
that
already
would be
announced that. Yeah.
Did he
Yeah.
officially?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah,
He said he was going to kill all the fucking drug dealers too.
that's right.
Oh, he's going
we
to
still-
do the Duterte route. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he should start with Anthony Fauci,
Right.
Right?
Seriously.
and then he can move on to the CEO of Pfizer, and then he can move on to the guy who created Operation Warp Speed. I forget who that was, but
That would be a
Right.
great way to end it. To end this killing spree.
the Trump
You know what,
murder suicide.
I saw
We're getting calls by the FBI.
I saw Josh Smith
This is a
retweeted
parody
that,
show.
and he said, "Good." He's like, "Could Trump start with the CEOs of Pfizer and Moderna and
Oh, yeah.
Johnson and Johnson?" And it was some Lolbert fucking like, "Oh,
course.
here's Vice Chair of the Libertarian Party calling for the death penalty," and douchebag.
And he
from-
tagged the FBI. Or
Yeah,
something.
no. Well, I wouldn't put it past these fucking.
He's not going to tag his boss.
But
What a bitch.
Right.
it was
You don't want to blow your cover.
Yeah.
It was that jerk off from Cato Institute. David Boaz was like,
wow.
dude's
Oh, I hate that guy.
calling for the killing of Pfizer. These are life-saving drugs or life-saving vaccines. And I'm like, wow, this is why you're irrelevant. This is why you're fucking irrelevant.
He's
What a
irrelevant to me because
loser.
he blocked me for I don't even remember what reason. I called him out on some bullshit.
Who her?
Yeah. Man, the Lolberts are out in
Clown.
force lately.
Oh my god, it's so bad today. It's so bad. I can't even talk about it, but it's so bad.
We'll talk about it in after hours.
Probably.
Maybe.
I always have.
Probably.
It seems
Hey,
like
does anybody know if Walter Block will be bringing back libertarians for Trump for round 2 based on his
I
previous
forgot
success?
he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did.
The rational case, the libertarian case for Trump.
Block seems like so autistic that he wouldn't actually do that, but you're right, he did do that. It was probably
Death penalty for drug dealers, but he never really followed it up after Trump took office and did all those horrible, terrible totalitarian things. We look back with nostalgia, right? Because like we've had so much tyranny since then, but he was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like he really did a lot, all kinds of horrible shit. And,
and that's going to be in Walter Block's Defending the Undefendable 3.
Trump for
Tyrants.
emperor.
Chapter 5, Tyrants.
That's right.
When to support a tyrant. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh boy.
Dude, so Todd, I saw you were you've been going to a lot of shows lately. You saw Turnstile the other day?
I did. They played 2 shows in Boston. They did Saturday, Sunday, and I think they sold out both of them. I was able to get a ticket to the Saturday show, so I went to that. It was absolute mayhem, like more than I've ever seen at any indoor venue show. It was crazy. Like, this is not really that small a venue. It's the Roadrunner, which is a newer venue in Boston, and it's like I would consider it to be like a medium-sized venue. Like, there should be places where you'd be able to escape like the pits or whatever. You could not do that at this show. Like, there were people like trying to climb the rails to escape the pits because the whole floor just erupted as soon as they came out.
That's awesome.
Dude, yeah, I still trying to figure out how the hardcore band, there's guys that I know, is Brady still in the band, or I think he left?
Brady, which one is that?
He was the really
Tom?
short guy. He was the really short guitar player.
I don't think he's still there. They have
Yeah, he left. Yeah,
Brendan is there. I actually said hi to Brendan afterwards. Like 30 seconds after the show ends, I was kind of towards like the side of the stage there. All of a sudden, he's right there next to me. I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
that's awesome. Yeah, I used to know those guys back in the day. It's
hell
they were in a
yeah.
few other old bands in the scene here in Maryland and Baltimore and
they're
stuff.
Baltimore, yeah. So you know those guys?
Yeah, pretty not too well, but I've been to their house. Like, I was at Brady's house. They played a
shit.
show in his backyard. It was fucking hilarious. Back
man.
in the day, I actually saw them in guys. You guys know Charm City Art Space, Jared and Alex. You guys know that.
Yep.
Yeah, that place is. It's like
It was.
there's a fucking row home Toad in like
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw it. Yeah,
like a basement venue.
Oh,
yeah,
Row
it was like
homes.
literally
It
like
was
a basement of a row home, and that's where
Punk,
I saw
man.
them play. Yeah, I mean, my God,
Shit.
those guys were so incredible. Like the first 2, like Step to Rhythm, and was it Pressure to Succeed? Those are like my 2 favorite albums by them. Like,
They're
incredible.
really good live, and they're really they're pumping up their most recent album, which I think is good. Like, even though it's Grammy nominated now, and it's like, oh, they're mainstream now. I don't know, man. The way that
dude, they're in a Taco Bell commercial. Music's being played in Taco Bell commercials for nacho fries.
it's so weird though, because it's like
Yeah.
they have this like they're Grammy nominated. They have this mainstream like following now, but they're still like a hardcore punk band, and they have like the mayhem involved at the show is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I was right near the stage, and then Turnstile comes on, and for some reason Snail Mail opened for them, which is just a totally different vibe. They're like an indie.
Snail
Sorry,
Mail's
never heard 'em.
awesome.
They're really good. They were really good. And
Yeah, it's some like 21-year-old chick or something.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
even younger than that.
Yeah, it's basically
She
it's
rocks
her project. Yeah, it's her and then her backing band there. Yeah, she
Yeah.
seems pretty cool. Like, I liked them a lot. Their show was good. It's just totally different vibe from Turnstile. And then when Turnstile was about to come on, these like 3 huge guys with face tattoos come out and just start shoving their way like right into where I was. I was like, this is not going to be good. Like, one song in, they opened with Holiday, and I was like picked up and moved like halfway across the floor, basically.
You don't belong here, sir.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Like, what are you talking about, man?
That's awesome.
I was actually at a punk show the night before that too for another Baltimore based band who you'll probably consider to be too mainstream now as well, Pink Shift.
Pink
You
Shift.
ever
Never
hear of them? They've only been around
No.
for like 2 years or something. Like I think their
Mm.
singer is this really tiny like Indian chick, or I don't know if she's Indian, Middle Eastern maybe. She like dropped out of med school to do this. Like they played a small venue, and at this venue, like they quote unquote ban moshing and crowd surfing, but there's no way they can enforce it. And this was at Brighton Music Hall. I've never seen that venue like become just one big pit, and it did for that show. I mean, it doesn't compare to Turnstile, obviously, but so 2 nights in a row, I was I was getting into it a little bit, and did not get injured.
Yeah, that's something else, man. I saw them like I don't know, 6 years ago in Baltimore, and it was like it wasn't a huge venue, but it wasn't small by any means. But yeah, there was like no place that was, I wouldn't say safe, but everybody was moving. Like the whole place was just moving. And I usually don't. I'm like the old head at the show. I'm like, but yeah,
I felt fucking old, man. It was like a bunch of probably like 20-year-olds or something. I'm 37, and I'm like, I'm probably gonna like break a bone or something.
Right.
I don't know what's happening.
Right.
I
Did
think
you see anybody with a mask on? Like that could punch?
yeah, this is Boston. Like you'll go to these hardcore punk shows where it's just total madness, and there are still people with masks.
Right. It makes no fucking sense.
I'm being safe, bro.
Right.
So annoying.
Like they had like EMS like going around. Security was there. I'm like, I think some people got injured at that show. And I wouldn't have been shocked if because there's a balcony at this place. And I wouldn't have been shocked if somebody like had fallen off the balcony, which didn't happen, but I was like kind of expecting it to happen.
Yeah,
like
I've seen people jump from them before.
People were
balconies.
moshing up there. Yeah, and I'm looking and like nobody stage dove, even though I know that's a thing with Turnstile shows where people will run up and dive off the stage big time at their shows. This venue has like a rail and then like a big gap between the rail and the stage. So I was like, I don't think anybody's going to stage dive. But I was like, there might be a chance somebody will do like a running dive off of it. It didn't happen. But
oh, wow. I'm shocked it didn't.
Yeah, I was expecting it to. And I'm like, they're going to, if they dive off the like left side of the stage, they're going to be diving like right onto me, basically.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't know what Toad's talking about, listen, Google or go to YouTube and look up Turnstile at This Is Hardcore in Philadelphia in 2014. Their set was just insane. I wasn't there, but like, I mean, that was just one of the craziest sets I've seen. Like, just, it was like they were like the epitome of hardcore, and then like they just decided, hey, we're gonna get a little weird, and now we're gonna be the music for people who want to dress like they're from the 1990s.
See,
I don't know.
I don't know, man, because they're like, I think they're like their newest album. They got like pretty experimental, but I think they're maintaining their hardcore punk roots while they're bringing in like
maybe
sort of like R&B influence and like Latin percussion and all this other shit. If you hear these songs live, they played almost that entire album at the show. Like most of the set was that album, probably at least 10 or 11 songs from it. And it was like, those songs were still like, those songs go hard. And it was like, I was like, there's going to be like a reprieve when they play like Underwater Boy or something like that. And no, people are just still going crazy during it.
Yeah, Step to Rhythm was my shit. Like that was like religious experience style. You know,
they played a
I
few of
love
the
that
old
album.
ones too, but yeah.
That's where people fucked shit up in that.
Oh, during the old shit, it got really crazy. But I mean, you can't really. It was just crazy throughout the whole thing. So how can you really say?
Oh yeah, Alex just posted it in there the YouTube video. If you want to play a little bit of that, Jared. Yeah. If you want to play, all you have to do is watch the first 30 seconds, like because that's
Forest Mommy's in the house.
What's up, Forest Mommy? Yeah, I would say that
Lorenzo says hi too, Toad.
What's up, Lorenzo
Silva?
I went to a show with Lorenzo last weekend. Actually, we saw Cool. We went to a prog rock show, which is a bit tamer than these punk shows are.
Yeah. So watch this. Everyone's listening. For all of our people who are watching, this is the annual hardcore fest called This Is Hardcore in Philadelphia.
Yeah, so this stage, right? So there's no gap between the stage and the crowd here. So right.
This song is so good.
Yeah, so except for like the stage diving part of this, I would say that the show that I went to was actually way crazier than what I'm seeing here.
It gets crazy just when the breakdowns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is my shit. Like this is, I'm about to start like hitting things, man. I'm going crazy. Start knocking my computer off.
If you watch some of their like shows that are on YouTube from this year, though, it's absolute madness, man. Like crazier than this. And what I experienced Saturday was way crazier than this. Even though it probably seems crazier when you're in it, but
Now, who would do a show with crazy fans on stage? Basically, that's ridiculous.
It's awesome. That's just funkin' hardcore. I love it.
It's pretty base.
Yeah, I would never play under those circumstances. That is ridiculous.
We would never back in my day in the
on a million years.
Some artists do that, but like not for the whole show. Like I know, like I've seen Andrew WK before, and he'll have people come up onto the stage for like Party Hard and stuff, and everyone kind of go wild. Yeah, that's pretty fun. And then like if you've seen like Steel Panther, like obviously they bring up a bunch of chicks and have them strip on stage while they're playing. You know?
I mean, that's all fun and stuff, but that guy wasn't it like one of the musicians having to like kick certain people to just like clear the stage?
This is turnstile.
Good fun.
On stage.
That's a good fun.
You know,
that's not because he's angry. It's just good fun.
Well, he had to clear the area because he had to play music.
Right, and people, you know what's gonna happen. You know, dude. I'm in a music video where I'm on stage. I'm just punching people in the front row, and some guy comes up from behind me and pushes me off the stage. Like that doesn't exist. So that's what Brennan's band Trapped Under Ice.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they came. That's one of the main. They're actually having a reunion show in January, which I'm going to. They're legendary, and I was in their music video for, what is it, Believe, and it's from like 2009, and like, so yeah, that's where I'm on stage just hitting people, and I eventually got pushed off.
All right, I gotta go find that video.
Yeah, Believe it.
I'll find it.
It's at the 2 minute mark of the video. It's like one of my favorite songs. It's
Let me get 2 minutes.
Oh, this is no, it's another band.
Well, this is Turnstile. So this is
it's a band called Trapped Under Ice.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, so like Brendan is obviously still in the band. I don't remember the rest of the guys' names, but the bassist is still there. The drummer I think is the same, and the guitarist is the dude with the long hair now. Like he's probably the same dude too, but your other guitarist might be different. I don't know. Yeah,
he left because Matt Bergman told me that he came into Bill's Music House and traded in all of his music. He said, "Yeah, I'm just done with the band. I'm just." It's just too much for me to deal with." I was like, shit.
Yeah.
He was OG in Turnstile. Matter of fact, I was at his first hardcore show he ever went to. He was like this little kid. He's like 4 foot nothing. He had long ass hair, and he was in they were Christian straight edge band. So he was into Christian straight edge music. His whole it's funny. They were in a band called One Step Too Many. You should check it out. It's fucking hilarious.
All right. So their music is like what are they, like Creed or something like that?
No, it was like actually like a hardcore like beat down type band, but
Christian
they were like
hardcore punk.
Yeah.
All right.
It's fun. Yeah, so Trapped Under Ice, Believe. Yep. That was it.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty sick fucking video. And then
God damn, it's so good.
What's his face from Stout at the
end?
Oh
yeah, Tad's from Stout.
Shit.
Yep.
Dude, talk about crazy fucking shows. Stout shows in Baltimore. Oh my God. Like insane. Like
he went through cancer and he beat it, which is awesome. But he's the guest vocals in that song by Trapped Under Ice.
Anywho. Yeah, but Toad, you get to a lot of shows, man. You get some good pictures as well.
I do, yeah. I've got the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, so got some good pictures. I can get some good pictures even when I'm getting destroyed in the pits, but not really at the Turnstile one. I don't think those pictures came out too well. I couldn't really do much about that, but most of the other shows it turns out pretty well. Got to pay top dollar for some of these shows, but a lot of these shows you can go to these, like the Turnstile one, like you can go to these venues that aren't as big. It's all general admission, so you're not paying that much for the ticket. You just get there early enough, you're going to be up front, and it's the way to go.
That's good, man. Are things kind of semi-normal in Boston? Like, are they still Covey and Vaxie, or has that gotten better?
It's better for sure. There was a period of time where I couldn't go to any, like there were vax mandates. So I go to a lot of concerts, so obviously this is like affecting me quite a bit. So obviously 2020, like everything was just shut down because everything was locked down. Obviously that was just the way it was. Then 2021, during like the summer of 2021, things had opened up and there were no vax mandates. You had no requirements. So I went to a few shows in like the summer and like into the early fall of 2021. And then all the venues, I think like late September 2021, just in tandem, all the venues started requiring it, and it was not mandated yet by the government. So that's, when people are saying, oh, it's a private company, bro. It's like, well, is it really? Because what they're doing is not really free market behavior here. It's bullshit. Like there's, obviously there's coercion going on here still, and they're buying into this bullshit narrative and whatever. So I was pissed off. So I couldn't go to any shows between the last one I went to. So I went to, in 2020, the last show I went to was Devin Townsend in early 2020, like March 2020, actually, he's really good prog musician. Love that show. Great show. So I was like, if that's the way I'm going to go out, that's the way I'll go out. Like, I'm fine with that. Then things opened back up. I went to like Green Day and Weezer, the Hell Mega Tour. And then the last show I went to in 2021 was, and I went to Alanis Morissette, baby.
Oh, my wife was so jealous.
Dude, I went to that.
She loves Alanis Morissette.
Hell yeah, Alanis was awesome.
That's ironic.
And then, the last show I went to in 2021 was Primus, where they did
Primus.
2 sets. They did a Primus set, and then they did all of
yeah.
Rush's A Farewell to Kings. They covered the whole album. Fucking awesome. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go out on this now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine with that too. Then the mayor of Boston instituted vax mandates in, I want to say like January or so.
Oh, that's right. Because I was up there with the LNC meeting and we were hanging out, and it was right before the mandates went into effect.
Right. Yeah.
That was like December 2021.
Yeah, in December 2021. Right. You were up there, and Josh Smith was staying with me for that event, right? Yeah. So we were all at that thing. I went to the Mises Bash part of it. Yeah. So that was before the vax mandates came in, and then they came in because Dave Smith and Robbie the Fire actually did a comedy show like literally the night before the vax mandates came in. So I want to say it must have been in either January or February 2022. And then those mandates only lasted a month, and the mayor pulled them back after that. And then you saw places start like kind of opening up again. And then and then it was just kind of over. And then you saw like kind of this trickle where there are still like certain like specific shows or like the artist, or first it was like the venues were still doing it, and I couldn't go to shows for a while. Like I can't remember what the first one I went to was again after like I was able to start going to shows again and everything like really kind of opened up again, which I don't think was really until maybe this summer or so. I can't even really remember. I don't remember what the first one I went to was again, but then you saw like there were still certain like venues that were still requiring it, and certain artists were still requiring it. I was calling them out on Twitter to some extent. Fuck, they might be giants, bunch of fucking pussies. Yeah. Like they're supposed to be the science guys, and they're still buying into this shit. So I couldn't go see them, which I wanted to. I've seen them a couple of times before, but but it's pretty much over at this point. Like if you get tickets to a show at this point, you're pretty much set. Like you're gonna.
Yeah, we talked about this. We talked this about a little bit before because I was eagerly waiting to go to. So over the summer, I went to 2 shows. I saw Terror, and then I saw like the 2 days before that, I saw it was Agnostic Front and Sick of It All at this place called the Auto Bar in Baltimore, which is
Agnostic
huge.
Front. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh shit, they're still around.
Right? Oh yeah.
Are they Nazis? I don't remember. I remember I saw them at a Warped Tour once, and I was like, holy shit, they're like a bunch of like skinheads.
Yeah, the skinhead in the old 80s term before the 90s, before we went full Nazi. But so I went to those 2 shows, and to get in at this very progressive place called the Auto Bar, they literally have like an abortion drink called Plan B. Like if you all proceeds go to like local abortion funds and shit like that. Like
I thought you were gonna say they put Plan B in the drink.
That would be more effective.
That is actually not a bad idea.
As mayor of Baltimore,
I would be much more on board with drinking a Plan B alcoholic beverage than getting an abortion after that. So, like,
Right.
the morning after is pretty much where I draw the line on that issue.
So this is this type of venue that you're going to. So they really they mandated the vaccine, or you had to get a PCR test. And so
give me
in
a
order to
break,
because it's so reliable.
yeah, so I did it for both to get in. But then so there was another show that came up. As a matter of fact, it was this past Saturday, and I didn't get to go to it because my son was sick, my wife's still getting over the flu, so I had to stay home with him, and I wasn't able to go to the show. A band called Youth of Today was playing there. And so I went quietly, just went to the website. There's no official announcement. And I was just checking do I need to get a PCR test to get into the venue? And just quietly, nope, they got rid of all the policies. They didn't say a word. Now, this place was doing it. They were doing it after Baltimore had already said, hey, we're lifting our vaccine mandates.
Oh,
they never even had mandates. Like,
well, yeah, they did for indoor. Yeah,
they probably did. Yeah, they must have, right? Like Boston did it, and it was all indoor venues basically. Which there was like this crazy period of time right before that happened where I was banned from my office building. They were like getting ready. They were about to fire me, and then they decided not to. When the Supreme Court knocked down the mandate, they were like, "Come back to the office," and then they just pretend like none of that ever happened.
They're like, we don't want to get sued. Welcome back.
Great. I've been banned from the office before that, though, for not wearing a mask as well. So, like, from the building shut off my badge to get into the building without even talking to me.
Christ.
Yeah, because they saw me not wearing a mask in this massive lobby with nobody in it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I mean, the vaccine thing at that point was like in the office, it was honor system and like whatever, but then they actually put the mandates in, at work, and I fought it with a religious exemption, which they denied. So I was like, okay, I just called their bluff. Basically, I'm just gonna prolong this as much as I can and push it out as long as I can. So it was this weird period of time where I was doing that. I'm banned from the office, but I could still go to like most bars in the city that didn't have, because there was no government mandate yet. So a lot of the like dive bars and stuff were like, there's no way they're going to be able to institute something like that. So like when Josh was here in December, like that was such a weird time where it's like, I'm going to these packed bars. Like I might run into somebody from my office and I'm banned from the office at the same time where everybody's way more spread out in the office.
Yeah, there wasn't even a mask mandate in effect when I was there. But then we knew like a week or two later, they were coming in with the full vaccine passport. So there was
a mask mandate, actually. It was just, I don't think it was being enforced, really.
I was going to say, we walked right into that restaurant, all like 30 of us, straight from the Mises Bash. We walked.
Oh, I know. And the hotel was, had all the signs up for the mandate too. And we were like, fuck that. And we just all walked.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. What are we going to do?
You want to hear some shit? During the LNC meeting.
Yes.
During the LNC meeting.
Yes.
Please.
That we were at, they were like, hey, listen, guys, even, it would be a good show of faith if everyone wore a mask when you leave the room here, to wear a mask, because that's what the hotel's policy is. And their private business. That's what they told us at the LNC meeting. I was like,
my God. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. That was the old LNC.
Did
people do it? Did people do it?
I didn't do it. I think a few people did. I didn't do it. I said, fuck that. I'm not doing any of this shit.
Yeah, so the state that Boston is in now, though, like everything has kind of gone away. Like there was a period of time where you had to check like every show you're going to go to. Like, is this venue requiring, is this artist requiring it? And like there were a couple of shows where at first they were, and it like said it on the thing. And then later, like they pulled that back, and I was like, oh shit, now I got to get tickets to this. And it was like Porcupine Tree, like one of my favorite prog bands actually did that. So I had to get the ticket like way later for like twice as much money on resale. And I'm like, I got to go to that show. Tom Woods was at that show and he recognized me as Tom. And I hung out with Tom a bit. Yeah. Fun times, man. Fucking, I got to see Tom Woods rocking out. It was awesome.
That's cool.
Love that guy. Yeah. But the state that it's in now is like pretty much you get a ticket to a show, you'll be able to go. Like you don't really have to check anymore. Like once like most of the places are not doing it, like pretty much none of these places are going to really be able to do it. Like they're just not going to get away. It's kind of normalized again that you won't have to do that, but you will, as I was talking about, go to these shows, even these like crazy punk shows, you will still see like I would say like maybe 10% of the people there are wearing masks.
What?
Oh,
But you're
yeah,
allowed
dude.
to punch them, right? You
Yeah.
can punch
Oh
them
yeah,
if you
yeah.
want.
You
Just-
can,
you
yeah,
can
you can just
all right.
Stage
that's why-
dive and
Yeah, that's why you go to these shows because it's the
Circle
one
pit
place
all
where
night
you-
long.
Yeah, it's the one place where you can just punch people that are wearing masks. Exactly.
We were at this show, and this one guy, he kept pulling it down to breathe because he was so hot. This was in the middle of summer, and he's sitting there just like panting. He pulls his mask down to breathe, and then he puts it back on and goes back to
Is
his
that
bed.
when you punched him? That's a good time to punch him when he's helpless.
I wanted to rip his mask off.
Yeah.
Just rip it and throw it and just be like,
Yeah.
be free, dude.
Yeah, the one place where it's still like the mask usage is still way too high is on public transportation, on the subway, especially, which is ridiculous because you're on these crammed subway cars, and I would say it's still.
Which are basically like petri dishes
Right.
themselves.
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh, I'm being I'm being totally whatever clean.
Unless you're
It's
like
very
in a bubble boy
sanitary.
bubble. and
Yeah,
you roll
it's
in
so
there.
sanitary, man. I'm wearing this mask on this dingy subway car.
Where a
Is it
homeless
like
guy
in
just
Philly?
like pissed in the corner, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. It's so
And like
stupid.
and like junkies are nodding off. You know?
they're like,
Their
this thing
needles
hasn't
are
been,
rolling across
Yeah.
the floor.
this
Yeah,
thing
so-
hasn't been cleaned in days. you
yeah,
know?
so and I don't think this is ever going to go away. They still have the signs up, like all throughout the system, that are CDC guidelines encourage masks. So then you
Right,
like on
yeah.
public transportation, it's the only place where you see mask usage that high. I would say it's like probably 40%. And most of the people that are wearing them are white women and
It must
Asian
be stopped.
people.
Well, Asian people were
Asian
wearing
people
them
have
before.
always been wearing masks.
Yeah.
And you know who the most based people are
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this are the black people. They're like, fuck this. They're not wearing masks.
Not around here, man. In the
Really?
city, it's
Oh.
just the only people I
See?
see wearing masks anymore are black people.
Really?
It's so
No
weird.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be just walking down the street
Yep.
and I
Well,
see like black
because-
people wearing them. I'm like, why?
Dude, it's
Are you
everywhere
guys,
around
like,
here.
Well, I thought that too.
You're not
I would think you'd be
I
more
thought
like
that too, but
rebellious
I think
against
they
like
still-
the, you know.
you're not accusing them
Well,
of
to,
being like
like-
masked criminals, are you? Trying to hide their identity?
Ooh.
Wow, Baz.
Oh,
No,
Baz
I'm
with
just
the
saying you
rare
would never
racist
do
joke.
that.
that's
No,
an
I'm saying you would
interesting
never
theory.
do that, right?
You're accusing the Jewish guy of being
No, I'm
racist
just
towards black
noticing. I'm
people.
like, I would expect these people to be, you know, the black people especially in a city like Baltimore
Whoa.
tend to be more, you know, kind of like fuck the police, fuck authority, justly, right?
Yeah, and
But
they
yet
got,
but yet they're
okay, good.
abiding with all this masking shit, you know?
Jesus. I thought a bunch of those people were fans of Kim Klacik. Is that her name? The black chick.
Oh
who's-
no, they hate her.
They hate her?
fucking
Really?
hate
Oh,
Well, they also
her.
that's the other thing is they also for whatever reason still love Democrats. So
They
if the
love-
Democrats say wear a mask, I guess they follow.
I
don't know.
tell a story, but I went through like some of the back roads through Baltimore one time. I was coming back from the barbershop. I take my kids to in this deep in the city, and so we had to go through like back roads, and we went down this spot where literally it was like a block where all the row homes were like boarded up or burnt out,
Yeah.
and across like 3 townhomes, like 2 like row homes, they had a huge banner that they were all abandoned. They were all abandoned, and it said "Vote Democrat."
Jesus.
That's the sign. It's just, every time there's an
Did you get
election
a
in
picture
Baltimore.
of
That is a sign.
No, I wasn't gonna stop to get a picture because they would.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
You don't really want to stop. You know,
thought-
maybe,
I thought-
maybe get a moving photo.
Klacik's ads are hilarious. Though she's like wearing like a nice red dress and high heels, and she's walking through that same area. Like,
Right.
this is what voting Democrat gives you. Like, look at my ass, and I'm like, I am.
I'm like, yeah, right. You're like, I will look at your ass.
Yes, man.
She
gotta
was,
grab another beer.
she was a stripper.
Was she?
Appar-
Oh.
yeah,
She was,
apparently.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
has
Where?
the
At the
stripper
Ritz?
walk, so I'm not surprised.
I'm not. I don't know, but
She knows how to work it in those stilettos, man.
yeah. But I mean, it's like. But then she doesn't have any solution. She's just like, well, whatever. And she has a talk show. But I think to like going
Democrats
back
are
to your point, Toad, like, I think the masking, because a lot of times I would see that too, Jared. But it was just like they were forcing them on like the stupid fucking buses and shit, you know, or like public transit. So it's like, well, shit, like.
Yeah.
They were for like this because the state was holding on for the longest time on all this bullshit, and then they still are. I mean, I posted in the chat there, Jared, but there's this Go Vax Maryland, and they're promoting the Fluster. You can get your flu and your booster. I'm like, people are,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wow, what the fuck? Our tax dollars are being stolen by this vaccine basically
Oh my god!
advertised. Yeah, look at this. Have you gotten your flooster yet? And if you scroll down, Jared, there's
there's
this video.
downloadable stickers.
I mean, we have like,
Oh, in that case,
Dude,
dude,
Abs,
sign me
look
up.
at this.
Doctor.
Play this commercial.
the
Listen
guy's
to this
name,
shit.
His name is Howard Taft, like not
Dr.
William
Howard.
By the way, William
Howard
Howard
Taft.
Taft. William Howard Taft is a relative of mine, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is Howard Haft, sir.
Dr.
Oh, Howard Taft. Never mind. He
But
looks like
listen
the
to
guy,
the-
you know
Have
the
you
guy
gotten
with the
your
thumbs up
flooster
thing?
yet?
That
Let me
meme?
explain.
He looks like
You
him.
need to get your
Yeah, he
flu
does look
shot,
like that guy.
and you also need to get a COVID booster. Good news. It's safe and convenient to get your flu shot and booster at the same time.
It's safe and
2
convenient.
shots, 1 visit. This time of the year, it's especially important to get both. So
You'll
get your
barely
flooster.
notice the
It's a very
myocarditis.
good idea and a really fun word. Questions?
Oh my
Ask your
God.
doctor
Fun
for
word.
Oh my
Go
god!
vax and be COVID ready.
Hashtag died suddenly.
See, the language on that implies. See, the language on that implies that this is like going to be a regular thing, right? Like
Right.
It's
Every
time
year
to
you
get
gotta
your
go get-
shot.
you got to get your
You know?
flooster.
You got to get
yeah.
your.
Stop by and just get the designated injection, whatever it's going to be this time. Don't bother even asking what's in it.
You got to
Yeah,
get the
like-
You got to get that upgraded nanoparticles.
Oh, so
We've
that
already
does bring up-
decided. We've already decided it's safe and convenient.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that does bring up another thing. The place
Oh my
where
God.
I think these mandates are never going to go away is medical facilities.
Oh,
The
right.
medical
Yeah.
establishment. At least up here, they still have mask mandates. It seems like they're never going to go. You walk into a fucking dentist office, you have to wear a mask. It's like you got to wear a
Dentist-
mask. Yeah,
But you're gonna be
I
all up in
found-
my face. But you're gonna be all in my grill. And
Well, you're obviously going to take your mask off when they're doing work on you. So what the fuck is the point? When you're the closest to somebody else, like, oh well, they're wearing a mask. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
It's a
I-
fucking-
Dude,
I'm
I
transferred- I'm
actually
transferred
the last
dentist.
dentist appointment I had to wear a mask. It was like over a year ago, which I have to make an appointment, but
yeah.
yeah, it was like I had to wear a mask and then pull the mask down to have them like live inside my mouth for.
Right.
30
It's so
minutes.
ridiculous. You have that, and then if you go to like a doctor's appointment, they make you wear. I had this one where this like nurse was just asking me questions, and she was way across the room, and she was like, "Put your mask back on." I'm like, "What the
Oh, God.
fuck?" Like, shut up, bitch.
You know what? If I need an antibiotic, I'll go to the veterinary supply store like any sane person. Okay,
Get your
like,
horse face.
who
Like
wants
any
to participate in
Breaking
that?
Bad
Like,
character would
seriously.
do.
This is why I don't go to doctors. Like, no thanks. Just you know what?
My doctors would not give me a
Babs
medical
performs his
exemption.
own surgery.
Yeah, my doctors would not even talk to me about medical. I have multiple doctors. I have my PCP. He was refusing to talk to anybody about giving them
Exemption?
Ivermectin.
an exemption
ivermectin.
from the
Horse paste.
COVID vaccine. Because I think he probably would have had his job threatened because he's pretty much a cool dude.
Because he's a
and-
coward.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that too, yeah.
Did
And
you
then I have a neurologist as well, and he's kind of a bastard, and he refused to give me one as well. And it's ridiculous because I have like really legitimate reasons to not get one, aside from the fact that I've had COVID, I think 3 times now, and I had it before anybody knew what the hell it was. And
You were at the
realized
Mises
after the
Caucus
fact-
Super Spreader event in New Hampshire. You were good to go.
Yeah. That was the second time I had COVID.
That's
That was-
where I got it.
That's where we all
Yeah,
got
if you-
COVID.
I think
that
if you
was
if you
Delta
have a
variant.
Mises Caucus wristband, that should count as like fully immunized.
That was Anthony Samaroff gave it to
Samaroff, yeah.
everyone.
The
at that
Samaroff
point.
variant.
Right. Yeah, that was. I think that was Delta. That
Scottish
was
variant.
Sportfest. Yeah, but I've had it like that many times. But also, I've had. I have issues with like blood clots. I've had a stroke. I have seizures. I have like a bunch of issues where like you would be at higher risk from this vaccine. And obviously, I'm not at that high risk from the virus because I had the virus when it was at its worst in like February of 2020. Like, there's no reason for me to get this vaccine. It would be stupid for me to do it. I would be putting myself
Stupid
at,
for you, but not stupid for
at risk.
Pfizer.
Oh, obviously. So, but they still wouldn't give me the exemption, obviously. So the medical establishment is all fucked up, is basically what I'm saying. They still have these mandates in place, and I'm pretty sure because my mom works at a clinic and she's about to finally retire, and I think she's doing it because she is refusing to get whatever booster they're trying to enforce now. She's like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, yeah, people just need to stop complying. That's just ridiculous. I don't care. You know, And in fact, I guess was it New York City that had to reinstate with back pay the people they fired over vaccines. So, stick to your guns. You might get back pay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Finally, yeah. So that's another thing about the mandates is that they put the mandate in, or Joe Biden basically just says we're doing this, just executive fiat, basically. I don't even know if it was really a mandate. It was just him saying we're going to do this, and then everybody complies with it. So, and then by the time it gets, blocked by the Supreme Court or whatever, everybody's already gotten the vaccine at that point, except me and, a few other people. But at my company, I bet I'm the only one that didn't get it.
Damn, we'll have to talk more about this in the after hours, because we can't forget about this shit. We can never forget. We can never forgive.
Hashtag never forget.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No justice, no peace.
No racist police. I know.
No amnesty.
No amnesty.
Awesome. Well, are you cool to join us on the After Hours podcast?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, plug away, too.
Yeah, tell the good people where they can find you.
TPH_Toad on Twitter. I'm still waiting for the latest appeal of my OG account, which I don't have high hopes for, but Donald Trump can get his account back, but I'll never get mine back. TPH_Toad, Tower Power Hour. We do offensive comedy, shit posting type of shit, and we are all libertarians. That is me, Jose Galison, Cole, aka Fat Dave, who is a new father as of this morning. Congratulations.
Congrats,
to
Fat Dave.
Fat Dave.
Yeah, Fat
Nice.
Dave. Little Fat Dave exists now.
That's
And who did I miss? Clint from Liberty Lockdown. Reed Coverdale sometimes is on, and Top Lobs. And now we have 6 hosts. We do
Nice.
Wednesday nights, 9:11 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna do.
9/11.
Yeah,
I love that time.
It's late, but I like it.
we are so stupid that we did not even think of that, and Cam Harless actually was the one who thought of that. So we have to give him the props for that. So we switched the time from 9 o'clock to 9:11 because of that. That's
awesome.
the way it is. We'll be on this Wednesday. I think most of us will probably be there, even though we have Thanksgiving coming up, and we'll probably do something Thanksgiving related. I don't know what we're doing, but it'll be funny. So come check it out.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Well, please, everyone, go check him out. And while you're
Please.
in the process of checking out Toad, make sure you like and subscribe, to all of our social media here in Punk Rock Libertarians. Give us a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Do all the, the drill.
Leave a
Just
funny.
go ahead and do it.
Leave a funny review.
Yes, you can
Leave a
call me
funny
a
little
pedophile
comment.
in the review.
Yeah,
Actually,
be
I
I
take it
give you
back.
5
Don't do that.
stars, but Otto is a child rapist.
No. Okay, I take it back. I went too far. No, don't tip with that. But anything else, you can call me fat. You can do that. Just call me fat.
Extra credit if you're an admin of Fakertarians or something like that.
I was this close to sharing it in the group just because Toad was coming on. I was like, I should share this to Fakertarians group.
Oh,
I'm gonna leave you guys a review, and I'm gonna give you a number of stars that is equivalent to Otto's favorite age.
Oh,
That'll be my
You're gonna give me-
review.
oh boy.
don't give us 2 stars. Come on.
Oh, all right. It's time to sign off now.
All right. Well, enough of my pedophile jokes. All right. Well, join us for the After Hours podcast. If you guys want to check that out, you're going to have to go to our Patreon, sign up for as little as $3 a month, and you get the access to our whole catalog of episodes. So check that out. And if you guys don't like using Patreon, there's other ways to donate to the show, which will still give you that access. If you go to PRLfans.com, and you can also find other ways to donate: PayPal, Bitcoin, not shit coins, just Bitcoin.
Yeah, no FTX shares, please.
Yes. And we have
Yeah.
we have t-shirts for sale over at
Buy the dip.
libertariancountry.com. That should be your commandment. Buy the dip. That should be commandment number 4.
That's
By
number
the way,
4.
Tower Power Hour is going to suck this week, and it's entirely because there was no actual FTX porn, because I was going to watch it and review it, and now we have no content this week because of
Well,
that. So fuck
Maybe
them.
it'll come out soon.
FTX porn. Wow.
Oh boy.
Sounds like a market opportunity.
So go buy our t-shirts over at libertariancountry.com. Use the code PRL or PRL Podcast for a 10% discount. Spend $50 more. Use the code PRL2 because that'll hook you up with a 20% discount. And until next time, everybody, live free
Or die.